Welcome to Formula 2 in 2024.
It's great to have Formula 2 back on the PRL support bill. Jaden and Powell, two amazing drivers from this series previously, back for another one.
Thrilling wheel-to-wheel action.
11 amazing venues.
This is the greatest one-lane championship on earth. I want to be the champion.
This season really could belong to anyone. Oh my god, have I waited long to say these words? Hello and welcome back to FIA Formula 2. Welcome to the opening race day of the season. It is time to get another season of Formula 2 started here in PRL as it returns back to the support bill. What a venue to start it off. 5.7 kilometers, 3.6 miles. And we've got one exciting race coming our way at the Temple of Speed. It is great to have your company for the opening race of the season. It is a sprint race, it's a reverse grid race, and we usually see a lot of action in it. Whether it's sprint or feature, there is some thrilling wheel-to-wheel action. Lawson versus Beckman showed that in 2022, going wheel-to-wheel through the first chicane. Down to the second chicane, it can get very close. This was Iwasa versus Whips, and Whips keeping his foot in, and Iwasa having to go over the road and cut the chicane. Promers, nothing between them. Schwartzman versus Piastri, and Schwartzman and Piastri going wheel to wheel. Piastri forced onto the gravel, and Roy Nissani saying thank you very much and going through. Well, there is a lot of anticipation in the air as we get all set and ready to go racing for this sprint race. We are 2 minutes away from the formation lap getting underway, and these are going to be exciting moments for all of the drivers in the field. We do have 6 on the grid, and here is one of our former champions of Formula 2. He goes from 4th, he starts 2nd, but could be first if we don't see Prix racing in the future due to time zones, unfortunately. It's a Trident 1 and 2 for this race, however. It is going to be Note alongside Powell. So due to the reverse grid for the sprint races in Formula 2, in real life we would reverse the top 10. Here we just reverse everyone because we don't have that many drivers. So everyone gets reversed for this race, and we are about a minute away from the formation lap getting underway and the start of a brand new season for Formula 2. This should be very, very exciting stuff from start to finish. It always is in Formula 2, and we've got we've got a very talented field. We say this every year in Formula 2, but this year we really do have a talented field of drivers, all wanting to be the champion. And while Jaden may have previous prowess in this category, it really could belong to anyone when we do end the 11 rounds. We've got an exciting calendar coming our way as well, with a special trip to Le Mans this year. We also go to some other exciting venues. We'll talk to you more about that, as I'm sure we'll have some delays. It's Formula 2, but I'm sure we're going to have delays at some point. So anything is definitely possible. We are just awaiting the formation lap to get underway, and it should be getting underway any second as well. So cannot wait for the start of the season, and the formation lap is underway then, as Note takes us off the line. The formation lap does begin, And what a race we have in store. It is Note on pole, Trident 1 and 2 as I mentioned. Pals alongside Harrison starts also in third position. Jaden has been left on the line. So Jaden is stalled. So he'll need to take back those places. Jaden will need to get back to the places or he'll start in the pit lane that he has lost. And also getting going at the back is Bella. We have Sunderland in the field. So there could be... So Jaden definitely does have to push on a little bit. So the field will all be slowing up. It's meant to be a bit of a slow formation lap. Anyways, they will try generate the heat into those tyres. So they're all going to be trying to get the heat. Now, we won't be able to hear from our pole sitter. We can hear from the man who starts alongside him in second. So, Pal, what do you think is going to happen in this race? Starting in second, do you think you can take the lead into turn number 1?
I mean, it depends on the start. I know Note is a very good starter, but I've got better reaction times than him. So, it depends, really. Depends what happens in the background. Obviously, different analysis for what I said yesterday, because I thought I'd start P3. But yeah, I mean, it's good to be here in P2.
Thank you very much, Pal. Great to hear from you. Best of luck in the race coming our way very, very shortly. So it should be an exciting contest. I'm just going to reset the stats for all. Just to make sure that we don't have any issues with the race. Laps will be set to 10. It's a 9 laps contest. We're going to run through it for 9 laps. I'm hoping Note doesn't cross the line, so he needs to slow down a bit. Jaden was able to recover his positions after the stall on the formation lap. And all the drivers slow down as we get all set and ready for what is a 9 lap contest. It'll show 10, but this is going to be exciting stuff then. The lights will be put on by the man on pole position. Can he convert it into victory and take the opening race of the season? Prix got the championship lead with 2 points. This should be dramatic stuff. It's FIA Formula 2. It's always wide open. The last few cars are into position. We've got 11 incredible rounds coming up. Round 1 starts right here. And we are going to await the 5 red lights to come on any second. And here we go. The new season is 5 lights away. We're underway for the championship with a great start for Note, who's going to hold the lead. Great start for Jaden. From P4, he's already passed Harrison. And it's going to be Pal with the inside line down towards turn number 1. The 2 Tridents go wheel to wheel. Who is going to have the lead as we hit the brakes for the first time? That is brave stuff from Note, who has kept the lead momentarily. Note leads. Still a Trident 1-2. Harrison fighting with the car on the exit there as he tries to put some pressure on Jaden. But what a start to the race by Note. We talked about how maybe Pal could go on the attack, how Jaden could go on the attack down towards turn number 1, but instead it's Note who has kept the lead momentarily. Jaden looking for it on Pal. Can he get through to the inside? No, he can't, and that's going to be the opportunity. That's going to be the change of position. Pal takes the race lead of the sprint here in Formula 2. He has turned second on the grid to the lead by the time that he gets to Lismo 1. Great start there from Pal. Note is already being passed momentarily by Jaden. They're going side by side down towards the Ascari chicane. What a brilliant battle we have already in this race, and it's only the start of it with the championship. And flipping over the curb there and losing a place, and Harrison goes through. Note hitting the curb and costing Jaden. Jaden having to get on the brakes due to it. And Harrison says thank you very much and goes through to second place. He has got a clean road ahead to chase after Pal now. So that will be an interesting fight in the battle for the lead. We go on to lap number 2. It says lap number 3, but it's actually lap number 2. Due to the 9-lap sprint contest that we are running. Look at this. Jaden's ahead of Note. But for how much longer? Because Note's trying to fight back. Will he be able to go all the way around the outside under braking? Jaden's going to hold on to that place. He was not going to let Note do that. And what a start to the championship we are having right now. It is pass or be pass stuff for Formula 2. Like it should be. And we haven't had Sunderland come over the line. So we wonder if he's all okay as well. So we haven't seen Sunderland come over the line, so we are unsure on his progress. So we'll get some data on that, whether he has stopped anywhere And will we need an interruption? Pal will be hoping that we don't need an interruption because Harrison is not closing in and Pal is keeping the gap right now. He's driving, of course, for an Italian team. So is Harrison. Those two, both racing for both Italian teams in Formula 1 and in Formula 2. Remember, they're teammates in Formula 1, but in Formula 2, it's every man for themselves. So they're going to be scrapping it out here. They may work together in F1 at points at times, but in Formula 2, it's every man for themselves. They're all just trying to win and cross the line first. But that is incredible stuff from Pal, who will come over the line. Now, last time around, it was 3.2. We'll take a look at the gap, whether it's closer, whether it's bigger. So, Pal with the lead. We wait. It's 3.7. And it's Jaden who's moved up to second place. Okay, so Jaden has been able to get through. We missed that. Jaden gets the move done. And he's up to second place. So, Jaden makes the move. And Jaden takes P2 away from Harrison. And Harrison now is in third position. So Jaden will be the one that Pal will have to contend with. And off the road there. And spinning round in the second sector and also in the first sector is Sunderland. So that's where Sunderland is. And is he still in his car? He's not appearing on our data screen at all. Could this trigger our... He has stopped. He's stopped. So I think we can clear this with a virtual safety car. So I think we'll deploy the virtual safety car at this. We're not going to risk the red flag yet. So the virtual safety car is deployed. They will all decrease their speed. If anyone is catch speeding, then that will of course be a penalty. We will quickly go take a look at the situation. See if it's all okay. Where is the driver? All of that, because he's not appearing on our spectating menu. But that could just be the spectating menu. But we'll see what has happened down at the Curva Grande.
Good start, guys.
Here we go. So let's see. We are taking a look, and he is not in his car. He is not in his car. So he's not in his car at all. So this will need a recovery vehicle to come on, and as we don't have a safety car, this will have to be a red flag. The driver's nowhere to be seen anyway, so we could even need medical, depending on where in the world the driver is in the first place. So they're coming over the line.
Driver's at the pit lane. The driver's in the pit.
So we're being told that the driver apparently has got back to the pit lane. We just need the car to be cleared, but it seems like that this will have to be a red flag because we're going to need a tow truck. We'll try push it. We'll see, but nope, the tyres are going through myself, so we can't really push it back. So that means that we are going to have to throw the red flag to this race. So the red flag will be out. We'll have another standing start at this one. Or, well, it's at race director's decision. So it's my decision whether it's a standing start or rolling start. Race director has both of those available. But usually if it's dry, we do throw the standing start at it. So that'll be a decision made by myself whether it's a rolling or standing start there. Whether it's safe to do so. So Harrison was actually coming under a bit of pressure from Note. So Note could be racy. Keep an eye on Note on this restart when we do go racing. But we'll need a tow truck. And this race is going by quickly. It's a 9-lap contest. It's going by quickly. So we'll set it back to 5 laps when we do get going. So we'll set it to 5 laps, and we've got and this red flag will probably take just about a few minutes, we hope, because we can take the car to the recovery point. It's just we can't push it, so we would need to drive that vehicle. We'll need to drive the tow truck basically to the Curva Grande, which means, you know, it's a bit hard to do so when drivers are racing on the circuit. We don't have a safety car, so we can't bunch them up. They're all at different parts of the circuit. So we'll bring them all back to the pit lane. And we will have another go at this one after that. But we already completed quite a few laps, and we're only 10 minutes through, so that's interesting. Now, I just looked in Discord. We did get the offer for the safety car. We did get the offer, but we've already deployed the red flag now. So we can't change decisions, but we will keep that in mind for the next time we need it, because Sunderland's with Sunderland, it seems like that the car was broken from the start. So it might be an avatar thing like Prix, which is why Sunderland is out of the race, because Prix was going slowly yesterday. So Pal had the pace, but he'll have to use it once again, on either a standing or rolling start, depending on what the race director will say. Jay apparently is driving extremely dangerously. We were watching Jay for the majority of it, coming over the line and going through to continue on is Bella. Don't think she's even been told. I mean, don't know if she knows what a red flag is. The graphic is there though. So we're gonna have to wait for Jaden. He's the tow truck driver. We'll need to wait for him to go recover the car at the Curva Grande. Just leave your car in the queue, Jaden. Just leave it in the queue. That's fine. So Jaden will go. I think if he's in the pit lane, he's managed to get back to the pit lane. That's fine. That's fine then. And he's waiting as the safety car driver. So
Harrison, leave a gap, and I'll put Jaden's car in the pack.
yeah. So we have the safety car driver. We have the safety car driver Sunderland on standby. He'll take us out on the circuit, and then the decision will come.
Right, Harrison, you stop there.
Later on, as in the background they're just sorting the order out, and they're just gonna put Jaden's car back in. But with Bella, no one's really. I mean, I hope she knows what a red flag is, but I think it would be pretty obvious. So she'll be called to the pit lane. I think we'll let her off this time, as she might not know, but. If it's done, I'll give her a reprimand for that. But if she does it again, then I'll just need to disqualify her because she is driving at a fast pace when there's recovery going on. I think if she continues on this time around, it will need to be a black flag because as you can see, the car's being towed. If she just crashes out here, then that's Jaden hurt, the tow truck destroyed, the car destroyed, all sorts. Okay, she's brought it back to the pit lane, so she'll just get away with a reprimand. She'll go to the back of the field and everything should be
she's in the pit lane.
Okay, so brilliant stuff. She is back in the pit lane, so we are all okay with that. Another thing, of course, that we need to keep an eye on, all footage will be reviewed. We were watching Jaden mostly, and that we've got a report that he was driving dangerously, so we'll review that. We'll see. Actually, I won't even review it. I'll just let the drivers look back on the stream, and whatever they see, then they can just tell me to go to that minute, and we will investigate that part. But yes, we've got the safety car driver, as you can see, at the front of the pack. He'll take us back out, and then he'll come back. He'll come in at the end of the lap. Pal will bunch up the pack, and then we'll take them either to a rolling start or a standing start, depending on what race director, aka me, says on the decision on that. But I think it's pretty obvious that we most likely will be having a standing start because there's nothing that denies us right now of having one. So yes, that's what's going to be happening with that. But yes, Sunderland will be on standby for the remainder of the race, so we shouldn't be in this situation for a red flag. But yes, this F2 sprint was going by quickly. It was going by very quickly, as it should do. So if we do get some green flag running, it should go by very quickly. Seems like Jaden needs a bit of help. Apparently the total. Here we go. Jaden, what's going on here?
Doesn't let me drive. Oh, it does now.
Okay, brilliant. So he'll bring that one back, and then we'll get underway. But yes, this is the beauty of the F2 sprint. It goes by quickly. If you do get a red flag, we still have plenty of time. We've got a 1 hour window, I'd say, because we have the F1 sprint at 11 AM. So we have about 46 minutes, which is completely fine. We've got plenty of time to finish this race. So that is all good there as well, because the sprint races are shorter. For the feature, it probably would be a little bit more of a issue if we do keep getting red flags. But this is the great thing about Sunderland. He's the F1 safety car driver. So if he retires from F2, then he can he's just able to drive around and be the safety car for Formula 2 as well. And in Formula 2, we usually need it more, as it's just that chaotic in FIA. Formula 2, Jaden, could you please mute? But
you got the quickest time in fastest lap.
So Jaden currently here has the bonus point for the fastest lap with a 1 minute 21.496. Pal's the closest driver to it though as well. But we are going to be going racing very, very shortly, soon as the safety car driver is back in. And then we'll be getting the green light in about a minute's time. So we'll be putting a warning out there, so we'll just quickly take a look at the time. So we'll just go, the green flags will fly at 17, so we'll give it about 2 minutes so I can quickly sort out the stats and all that. So then we'll just put out 5 laps. We'll do a 5-lap contest all the way till the end. At 17 they'll all be released, so note if you could just let Bella know if she's waiting. So at 17 we will, the safety car driver will lead us away. The safety car will be of course coming in straight away at the end of the lap. It's just basically to neutralize the pack, make sure that they will get the tire. It basically turns into a safety car, but then the safety car comes in at the end of the lap, and we go to either a standing start or a rolling start, which is confirmed on the formation lap. So that is how the procedure works for anyone who is wondering. That's how it'll work, and hopefully we won't need, hopefully we will not need another interruption in this race, unless it's an absolute boring race and we want some drama at the end. But if we do get a safety car, then we could even maybe get some time to run it all the way at the, we could even get maybe a grandstand finish with a 1-lap shootout. Now I was asked this the other day by one of the fans, what would be the procedure in Formula 2 if we're running out of laps? Would we finish behind the safety car or not? Now in Formula 1 in real life, we haven't trialed it yet, but from what I've heard, the rules are that if we get a late interruption that requires a safety car, but it will mean that the race finishes under safety car, in real life F1, what we would do is we would have a red flag anyway, just so the race doesn't finish under the safety car. So we're still yet to see it, whether this is true or not, but I'm sure we'll get our answer to that soon, whether it is or not. But for Formula 2, it'll mostly be, I think, for the rule, what I'll do is I'll put it as it's about to turn 17, so the formation lap will be underway very shortly, and I think it is. So we'll get another formation lap going, hopefully very soon when the safety car driver takes us away. Apparently the safety car's frozen. You might need to jump back and jump back in. Seems like that the safety car's broke, so we'll need a standby. Hold on, Aston Martin safety car. We're just gonna remove the normal. We're just gonna have to remove. We'll just have to remove this safety car. There we go. That will open the door so everyone can go. We'll wait for the Aston Martin safety car to come in position. I remember I actually need to set the laps to 6 because this one will be counted as well as 1. So I've got to reset stats now. So next time they all come around over the line, it will be lap 2. So yes, to answer that question, it will mostly be once again at race director's decision. So I'll look at the time, I'll look at the clock, I'll see when is the next F1 session, when is our cutoff point. So, for example, there's an F1 sprint coming up. So let's use this as an example. There's an F1 sprint coming up at 11. We're currently at 10:18. We've got some time, so if, let's say, we were on the last lap right now, we were on the penultimate lap, and there was a crash, then I probably would deploy the red flag because we have time. So it'll be at race director's decision on when we get going, etc, etc. So just currently waiting. So that's how I'm going to do the safety car red flag late rule as well. If, for example, we have F1 in PRL coming up even, then maybe we'll call it off there. If we've got F1 coming up real life, we'll call it off there. So basically that's how it works. Of course, F1 PRL, while Formula 2 is getting the coverage, don't know what, the safety car slowing down and Jaden not reacting to it in time, it seemed like, but it was nearly into the back. So it'll be a standing start.
This guy.
So it'll be a standing start to restart this race as well. I'll just quickly get that written down. So we'll have a standing start to get this race underway. It is the Formula 2 sprint race. Just gonna write that in. There's the Formula 2 sprint race here, and they're all backing off, and even Harrison is struggling a bit. But now the safety car needs to go and Powell needs to bunch the whole pack up. So they all need to slow down anyway. So I think Jaden could be under investigation. So could Harrison. Because they all just were braking all of a sudden. Maybe even the whole safety car procedure could be under investigation. We'll see who slowed down, who didn't for that one. But we're about to go racing once again then. Here for this Formula 2 sprint race. It is going to be a standing start. While it might seem like a rolling start, Powell will just take them up to the grid. They will all line up and we'll get a standing start. So it feels like they're about to have a rolling start, but do not worry. It is a standing start. So he takes them up to the grid. They all line up. We do the 5 lights. Note you have the privilege of doing the 5 lights again. And then the race will begin. So, indeed. So that will be the procedure for the safety cars and red flags, depending on the time we have to real life F1, to the PRL in F1. Because even though F2 is broadcasted here, PRL F1 is still the big thing. Sunderland has appeared on the leaderboard. We'll just reset stats all quickly. And then we should be all okay. And then Powell will line up in position. Let's hope no one crosses the line. So be careful, Jaden Powell. Or that will mess up the whole system. And we'll have to probably do another formation lap then. So the safety car driver has brought the field in. They are all getting into position. And we are about to get our second start to this race. Probably our final start because we have a safety car driver now. Unless we get late drama. And I decide to deploy the red flag. This should be our last standing start. The 5 cars are in position. Who is going to take victory? It's going to basically be a shorter sprint all the way to the end. Here come the lights. We're underway and racing once again with a great start for Jaden. Immediately is going to put pressure on Powell down towards turn number 1. The top 2 wheel to wheel. Will Powell hold his line on the outside, or will it be Jaden in the ART to dive to the inside and take the lead? It seems like that Powell is going to hold it. Jaden was a bit earlier on the brakes, trying to be cautious there. It's going to be Powell. Then it's going to be Jaden. Then it's going to be Harrison in third. But a great start from Powell. He has survived the red flag restart there as we are on the second tour of this race. But the first one overall on this restart, but the leaderboard of course will say 2 in the background. It is Note who seems like he's just got going. So Note had an absolute terrible it seems like had an absolute terrible start to that one. Must have had an error, must have had a mistake, or must have had contact, something along those lines as well, because it seems like the bell is also moved up a position there. But look at this, nothing between the top 3 in the opening sprint of the season. Can Powell defend this? Can Powell keep Jaden behind? And Jaden, look how much he gained through the bump there off Huskari. They're all having to be careful. And we had some conversations earlier on between these drivers about it. And look at Harrison. He's trying to get some pressure. He's trying to put some pressure on as well. So he's trying to and move up to second place. Great battle we have for the race lead in the sprint race. What sort of traction does Jaden have over the line? Can he put some pressure? You can see that the 2 British drivers are not separated by anything. Can he be late on the brakes and dive to the inside to try and take the lead? How brave is he feeling? Down to turn number 1. Very brave, but not brave enough to take P1. Powell running slightly wide, and immediately, we have got a fight on our hands in this sprint race, and this is so close between Powell and Jaden. Powell trying to defend, Powell trying to hold on to start this season off with a victory. Started off with a championship lead. He knows that it's going to be hard to win tomorrow. He's going to give it his all, but in the sprint race, this is the thing about it. You may not have the overall pace, but you still are fighting at the front. You still have the chance, and Jaden's still looking for it. He's still trying to get through. What a great battle between 2 former drivers from Formula 2 in the past, now dueling it out as well. And these 2 drivers who drove in Formula 2, who have driven in the previous seasons of Formula 2, now are driving it in the new season on PRL's, on Formula 2's return to PRL's support bill. And they're racing among some new talent, but it's still the 2 old lions battling at the front of the field. And it's Jaden, still trying to get close, still trying to get through. Last time we came over the line, it was 0.2 of a second. This time, we come over the line, and it's 1.5 tenths. It's even closer, down to turn 1. Can Jaden be late on the brakes and dive to the inside? That's going to be his goal. Pal taking a very different line, cutting the corner there. As well as Pal, and holding on to the car was Pal. This is getting very tasty. This is getting very interesting. We have got one exciting fight on our cards. And when we said Formula 2 was going to be exciting, here is the evidence to show you it. Here is the evidence to show you that Formula 2 is absolutely wide open, and Pal's line was compromised. This might open the door. This is for the lead of the race, and Jaden goes through. Jaden with the inside line takes the lead. Pal's defense is over. Jaden to P1 in the race, but look how much curb Pal used. He's gonna try fight back. We're about to head on to the penultimate tour of the race, but can Pal retake the lead from Jaden? That is gonna be the interesting question. We go down to Ascari. These two amazing drivers battling it out in Formula 2 in equal machinery. Jaden has gone through. Can Pal do anything? He's still remaining close. It's still not over. We're about to go on to the penultimate tour of the race with the top two both dueling it out. Contact between the top two. Oh, Pal and Jaden collide. Oh my word. And he's stuck. Will we need a safety car? We're on the penultimate tour. And Pal is going to lose out. No, we won't. He's continued.
He's idiot, man. He's idiot. What is he doing? Just shuts the door.
Pal will be disappointed with that one. That one will definitely be investigated for sure. And we'll see what will happen. But on track, it seems like it's going to be Jaden. Where is Note? Where is Note gone? He's not made it past. So this could maybe even, so this still could be a red flag if because now we're at this point of the race where we've got 33 minutes to go. Depends where his car is. We'll need a decision quick. We'll need a decision now, basically. Doesn't seem like anyone has a clue where Note's car is, though. I'm guessing he brought it to the pit lane. So we should be all okay with that one. Pal and Jaden make contact. Dramatic stuff there. This season is already delivering.
Space the whole time, man. I give him the space and he just repays me just shutting the door. Ridiculous.
Pal won't be happy. On to the final tour we go of the sprint race, and Jaden, who will probably most likely start on pole tomorrow, is going to have a huge opportunity to do the double this week. He's got a 6.3 seconds. If Jaden can navigate to this lap without any issues, it's going to be his race victory. And he's gonna try pull the gap on Harrison in case he gets any penalties. We'll have to. The footage will be looked at. Once again, it's all, of course, recorded, all live streamed. So basically, drivers can go back immediately and look at it. So there's not any waiting around. Drivers will definitely be looking for it as well all the way through. Now there was contact between Pal and Jaden, so this may still be the provisional result. There still could be a penalty. So Harrison's also got to push and try to get inside the 5 second. If it's a 5 second, then still could belong to him. So this could be decided in the steward's room later on. And we could be getting the decision if there is any penalties. The drivers will review it. They will give evidence to why they should or should not be given a penalty. Or their opponent should be or shouldn't be given a penalty. But for Jaden, though, it's still been an incredible recovery drive bar that moment. We saw a great battle between Pal and Jaden till they made contact. And it's going to be the final corner for Jaden, which he has navigated. He will see the flag first in the sprint race. Jaden wins the opening race of the season. He takes the sprint at Monza in Formula 2. It's Harrison who will cross the line to take P2. And it will be Pal who will finish third, but there will still be investigations to go on, even maybe for Harrison for safety car stuff. So anything is possible. This order could completely change around. Keep an eye on socials. Anything is possible. But it's Jaden, the provisional winner at Monza. Pal completes the podium in third, and we'll wait for the top three for their interviews, and we'll hopefully get a word from them. So it will basically work like we'll be standing. We weren't able to add the steps and stairs for the podium, so how it'll work is we're going to interview the drivers first of all, below the podium, right about here. So we'll interview them right down here, and then we'll take them up to the podium. Have the national anthem. It will be the British national anthem that is going to be played here in PRL. So they're going to come to a halt, and then we'll be getting going then. With the podium celebration. Don't know how much celebration we're going to have. With contact between Pal and Jaden. The fastest lap of the race belonged to Jaden, so he gets the bonus point for that. He took it on the last tour as well.
Because I set the fastest lap, right, and he still gained them by 0.1.
So Jaden brings it in then to the pit lane, our race winner. And actually, I forgot we only interviewed the race winner in Formula 2 sprint races. I think I'll be kind of interview the top 3, whoever is up for it. So Jaden, we'll wait with you. We'll get to the other 2. First, we've got Harrison. We'll wait for Pal, the man in 3rd. But well done, Jaden. Well done, Harrison. There is a lot to be looked to. Here is the tried enough Pal arriving. And he was on that podium explaining to us what it feels like to be on the podium. He's going to be in 3rd. I don't know if he'll be happy about that one. That is a little bit different. And hold on. Are we going to have a bit of a moment here? Let's get the cameras down here. Let's get the cameras. Here we go.
Stupid, man. I don't know what you're looking at, but at Paravodka, why have you turned in early? I've let you all the time. I've let you go into the gap. I've gone a bit wider. You just shut the door. Impossible.
Why are you diving it?
Maybe because I want to overtake.
No, but like at that corner, yeah, diving it. Yeah.
This guy, man. I come into the corner. My God. This guy in the corner, man. He comes into the corner, shuts the door, I'm out. Loses P2, loses P1,
so
and then P3.
So the safety car driver doing a good job of trying to separate them as well there. But here we go. We'll speak with Pal first of all, if we can. Hello, Pal. Right, so you don't seem happy about that moment, but we'll go to the race start. Taking the lead, that would have been a special moment.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I come into the corner, turn 4. I see Note go very, I don't know why he did. He just went very low into the corner, so I just thought, you know what, absolutely send it. Got the P1, and then I just sent it off.
So,
obviously the second restart wasn't best, but yeah.
So, what can you take from this race? Of course, you haven't won it. There was that contact, but pace-wise, what can you take from it? You were able to hold off Jaden for a little bit. What can you take from it?
It just shows when I'm under pressure, I can deliver. But if I'm not under pressure, I don't deliver and I just relax. So, you saw when I was battling Jaden, I set 121.8, which would have got me P3 in qualifying.
All right, brilliant.
So,
right, let's go to the overtaking moment, then we'll get to the contact. Overtaking moment, what happened there? It just seemed like you had a bit of a different line, and Jaden was just able to get the better line out of the chicane.
I hit the curb I hit the bump. I went a bit wide. I lost the car, and I saw Lesmo and I saw him. I was like, no. I was just gonna slam the door, but not. I was gonna give him space, but I was gonna slam the door a bit. But
What
saw
about?
him and I thought,
Yeah. What about
space, and I went wide.
Yeah. What about the initial then? Let's go to the contact moment. What about that then?
So I'm in Ascari. I'm side by side. I let him by because I thought I can't overtake on the outside. I sit behind him and I just launch my car side by side, going into Parabolica. Shuts the door. And it's impossible to overtake them because I'm then stuck on the curb and Harrison overtakes me. That's racing, you know, and painful, but that's how life goes, and I'll come back stronger tomorrow.
Could a win be on the cards tomorrow?
I mean, Jaden's on pole, so it's a different story. But if he makes a mess like he did at the start of the race, in the first start, then maybe.
Thank you very much. Enjoy that iconic podium at Monza. We'll go to a man who will also join him on that iconic podium, getting a bit lucky with Powell and Jaden making contact, so he'll get promoted 1 position. Extra point for him. Harrison, well done on getting 2nd place. Can you talk us through, first of all, the race start? How did it go for you?
Horrible. The car didn't want to go, so I kind of just slowly rolled off the line. But sometimes at Monza, that's a good thing, so you don't get any carnage. But unfortunately, there was none into the first turn, so I just kind of slotted in P4.
Okay. Then of course we had the red flag moment with Sunderland going off the road and the car not working for him, basically. Then let's talk about the second race. So how did that go for you?
A lot better than the first one. Of course, I was able to get better launch than the two in front. I kind of just sat back because I didn't want to get any damage, keep the podium. But yeah, a lot better than the first one.
Okay. And then that moment between Jaden and Pal. You of course. What was your thoughts when you saw Pal there spun and you were just able to go through?
Well, I was thinking beforehand the crash, there was going to be a crash in front. And as I thought, there was. So I was able to capitalize from that. And yeah.
All right. Well done. Looking to the feature race tomorrow. What do you think's possible for you?
I don't think I showed the pace to win today, but I think hopefully P2 or P3 would be nice.
Okay, thank you very much. Enjoy the podium celebrations. We'll now go to our winner. Some people will say that he doesn't deserve it. Some will say that he does. That will all be decided later on. But Jaden, provisionally, you are the winner at Monza. How did it feel like to win the opening sprint of the opening race of the season and win the opening sprint with it?
Yeah, I don't mind it, to be honest. Obviously, there'll be investigations, so I probably won't be celebrating just yet, just in case of anything. But yeah, for now, it feels good to be winning the first spin of the year and take the lead take the lead of the championship.
Okay, well, do you wanna... Well, the race start... The first one didn't go well, as Pal mentioned. What happened there compared to the second one?
Well, the first one, obviously, I kept my position. I was thinking about diving it, but I had to play it safe. Through Scary, I think Note hit Power and then Note hit me, which allowed Harrison. But I overtook Harrison. But yeah, the second start was a lot better, to be honest. No contact or anything at the start. Yeah, other than that, it's good.
Okay, brilliant stuff there as well. So, of course, with the contact that you had, from your POV, what can you mention with that?
I was just looking forward. I knew he was behind me. I didn't know that he was gonna dive it down the inside or how close he was. I was just looking forward, thinking about the next corner. But yeah, obviously there's been contact and there'll be investigated out of the race and see the decision.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, enjoy the podium, and I'm sure after the race, straight away after the podium, you guys will be going to the live stream and checking whose fault that was. But the podium will be taking place at 40 past, so the drivers have a bit more time to reflect. So we'll let's put them somewhere. Hold on, we need to throw them. We need to have a cool down room type thing. We've already seen two drivers argue a little bit. We'll get them together. We'll get all of the drivers together at a part of the circuit, and we'll.
Hospital.
Let's do it in the grandstand because the hospital is a bit far away and we've only got a bit of time. So we'll bring. Who do we need to bring? We'll bring Pal. We need to actually get the cooldown room. Bring Jay. We'll get probably stairs for tomorrow as well if I do get time, and then we'll also bring Harrison. Just gotta remember his name. Wacky. Okay, brilliant. Just bring him through there. So. I'm going to shut up in commentary and we'll hand it over to the three drivers who debriefed the race.
Yeah, I mean, how was the start for you guys? On the first start, because for me it was fine, but for the rest of you, I was side by side with No into one, and I held back. I was like, yeah. I mean, it was good to lead the race. Obviously, someone in the podium room.
Seems very quiet there, other than Pal.
And wins majority. But now that's racing, and we'll look at the penalty. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't know what's Harrison doing.
Seems a very quiet cooldown room, doesn't it? Other
Didn't
than Pal.
didn't talk. What was your POV? This guy would talk.
For what? For what?
When you hit me, where was like the corner? What were you looking?
I was looking at like taking the next corner. To be honest, I wasn't looking behind me or anything. I was just looking at, just
So when we're
concentrating.
side by side, going down a straight, you think about turn one.
Well, sometimes.
What?
Yeah, I'm thinking about how I'm gonna take the. Look, you have to concentrate on taking the next corner, because if you don't concentrate,
As we cut away
mess up.
from the
Well, you also
cool
got
down
concentrate
room there, and now we're
defending,
getting ready
because
for the iconic
messed up my
podium
race
to
completely.
come our way. The drivers will be brought onto the iconic podium. They'll be brought one by one. It will be they'll all stand at the back, and then they'll all. Oh, we gotta bring Pal once again. We'll just quickly get all the drivers up here, and then they will go onto the podium in a second, one by one, when they're announced. So onto the podium, they all go. They'll stand at the back, and then they will all be let on one by one as well. So, what an iconic podium!
on me.
So here we go.
Right, continue.
What a moment for Formula 2. We get our opening podium of the season. And in third place, we have, after contending for the lead, battling for the lead, it is Pal who will take third position and stand on the rostrum once again. He would have wanted that victory, but that he'll have another chance to fight back tomorrow. At Formula 2, anything is possible. Getting second, promoted a place due to the contact, is Harrison. You gotta take your chances when they come in this championship. And it's going to be Harrison who takes second place. Standing on the top step provisionally. We don't know what's going to happen with the penalties, but it's going to be Jaden. And we should be hearing, hopefully soon, the British national anthem. We hope at least. Just having a few technical difficulties, and then we should have the national anthem coming your way, so we just have a little bit of a wait while the drivers quickly sort that out. brilliant to hear the British national anthem. And congratulations to Jaden, who will get his trophy sent over. We don't have the trophies ready yet, but that will get sent over to him as well. So for now, we will let them spray the invisible champagne out on the podium on this iconic start, finish straight podium. And Pal going over, looking down on the circuit. F1 qualifying will be coming up later. That will not be getting a live broadcast, but if any drivers do record anything, then we could possibly send a few clips of stuff as well. Yes, Jaden.
Check PS PlayStation messages.
PlayStation messages.
Yeah.
You'll need to send them in DMs. Because I don't really use PlayStation anymore. But do not worry, because I've got the footage as well. But yes, you can send it over. But what an iconic podium at Monza it has been. While there was drama, while there was controversy, it's Formula 2. Of course, there's going to be. Pal will get his chance tomorrow to fight back. We hope, and we hope that you join us to find out whether he will do so when Formula 2 returns.
I'll get you to